Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.
Hey y'all, welcome to the I Snuck in Here podcast. You might be wondering where Quinn and Cirque Money are, but they were not invited. It's ladies' night. So with me, I have Shamara, Jasmine, and Sugar. And it's going to be She Snuck in Here tonight. So we have a lot of topics to get started with the show. So let's get going.
Hey everybody, it is Shamar Ali with the Story Hill Hood podcast. How everybody doing tonight on the She Snuck in Here podcast, the takeover of the ladies? Hi, Miss Octavia.
Xavier, you know what?
Already fucking
up. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Xavier, and I will be the host for She Snuck in Here tonight.
Hey everybody, it's Sugar. Oh, She
Hey,
Snuck
Sugar.
in Here. Not she. That's the ladies takeover. We in here tonight, no men, just ladies. Hey everybody.
Hey.
Hey ladies, it's Jasmine. Welcome ladies. Let's have a good night tonight.
Yeah.
We will. So look, we don't all know each other, right? Well, I think a couple of you know each other, but I want to get to know you a little bit better, So I have a question. In your respective friend group, like which friend are you? Are you the go-to, I'm gonna keep it real, or I'm gonna ride, even though you might be wrong, I'm still gonna agree with you? Are you the one that, everybody comes to with their problems? Who are you in your friend group?
They call me the auntie.
Why are you
I'm the mature one in the group. I just usually sit back, observe, let the kids play, do their thing. You can come to me if needed, but I don't really do too much. I'm the auntie of the group.
Yeah. Okay. Auntie Jasmine.
Auntie Jasmine.
Sugar, who are you in your friend group?
Everybody say I'm the mean one.
Why you mean?
I'm not. I just keep it real. I say how I feel.
Okay.
All the time. That's it. But people come to me when they need to talk. I'm that person.
You gonna shoot it to them straight. Tell it like it is.
I'm gonna just tell it like it is.
Okay.
Raw and uncut.
Okay.
All right, raw girl. Yeah. I'm the crazy one. I'm the one be doing crazy stuff. We having a good time. But I also will keep it real with you, put you in your place, and let you know that guy is not for you. He for everybody, sis. He belonged to the streets. So yeah.
Okay. I would say I'm the go-to, the calm one, keep everybody chill, and that's who I am in my friend group. So yeah.
We gotta take
you got a freaky side.
We gotta take a shot of sip.
You know what?
Cheers to that.
All right, lady, let's get into the first topic. Starting off with the, infamous Diddy trial. This week, Jane Doe was on the stand talking about, their 3.5-year relationship. What are y'all thoughts on it? Have you heard, she's given testimony of like this horrific experience that she had, but also it's, it was brought to like these text messages that they had, which were very loving and affectionate. So trying to understand what happened from, her loving this man to, being on the stand now. What are y'all thoughts?
I think she got, I feel like if it came to that, like y'all was lovey-dovey, you got these text messages and now you want to go against them, I think she was paid off. Somebody paying her to do that.
Think so?
I think so.
I just know a lot of people are saying like she was upset, that she was not getting the money anymore. So she's testifying, but I think maybe she just, I don't know. I really don't know. What do you think, Jasmine?
Is this 50 Cent baby mama the one we talking about?
Ah!
Or no?
No,
it's
no, no,
still
no,
nasty.
no.
Oh, because I know she's upset, feeling some type of way about this because she wasn't chosen. But I'm not really. Diddy got so much stuff going on. Honestly, y'all, I stopped kind of following into him because it's just more and more and more stuff getting exposed. It's too much to keep up with, but
It's a lot.
it's a lot, and it's a lot coming from everywhere.
Yeah. So what is the 50 Cent's baby mama is in love with Diddy? Like when? When did that
She
happen?
was a potential chick too. Her and what's the girl name? Miami.
Kathy?
No, the Miami girl.
The
Young
city
Miami,
girl.
and Diddy end up choosing her, Miami over her. So she's sitting back in the cut, envious and making comments and little posts and stuff saying how it should have been her and all this other little crazy stuff.
Oh,
So wait, is
that's 50 Cent baby mama, Diddy baby mama too?
No, it's not Diddy baby mama. She was messing with Diddy.
This is some messy shit right
it's
here. I'm trying to tell
messy.
you. This is so nasty right now. Everything is just so nasty.
It's messy, and I think initially, people were talking about the domestic violence, and there was some conversations about that going on, and now it's just kind of like this person is sleeping with this person, this baby mama. It's just messy. But I do think that some of the conversation about, the violence from the relationship were good conversations, but now, it's just turned into a freaky mess. He's just a little too freaky for me.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit too freaky for you, huh?
For sure.
So, you have any more thoughts on the Diddy stuff and what's going on? What do you guys think is gonna come up next? Like, what else do you think, or who else do you think is gonna take the stand? Do you see young Miami taking the stand?
No, I don't think
No, none of his people that he used to be close with is gonna pop up. If that was the case, they would have already appeared. Actually, it's a lot of people fleeing the scene, going to Dubai and going to other places so they won't be able to testify.
Mm-hmm.
TD Jakes dropping down. I think it was another person. They flew to Dubai. They just trying to get away from the situation because they know they got some type of links. Jay-Z think he's safe.
Wait
He
a
next.
second.
He
We got
next.
an inside source that says Young Miami will testify. We got an inside source that's citing that source. He will testify.
I don't think she
Pretty
will.
girl turn left.
I don't
Hey,
think she will either.
you don't think she will? We just gonna have to
He's
watch
keeping
it.
them secrets and them things to the grave because she was brought up in the beginning saying she was the one helping him find the escorts and the prostitutes and stuff like that. But I don't think she's gonna try to incriminate herself.
And she have an image to portray.
I mean, if she's subpoenaed, though, she won't have a choice.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, then that's different. But I don't think she'll willingly go take the stand. I don't think so.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I would want to stay as far as away from it all. Yeah. All right, next topic, we're going to get into the Cardi B situation. Cardi B and Offset, she's been very public about, the stuff that they got going on, her frustrations. Now she's on not child support, spousal. He's seeking spousal support. And now she's moved on. I think they have like an 8-month-old.
Mm-hmm.
So where is the line between love and hate? What happens when you are so in love with this person and then all of a sudden, you're divorced, going through a divorce is messy, it's ugly. It can get real nasty. It really can. And it's so weird because you at one point really love this person and now it's just like it can be ugly. Have any of y'all been through a divorce?
I'm currently going through a divorce.
What,
Okay.
girl?
Oh no,
No, I'm just kidding. I've been through a divorce. I've been through a divorce.
I'm currently.
So how are you handling it? Like it could be very
Right.
emotional, it could be
Right.
ugly,
Like,
or is it amicable? There are
I
situations.
think it's only emotional if you still had ties or feelings with that person after you all separated.
Very
But
true.
once you all separated, it was a understanding like it wasn't nothing there. Then a divorce is easy. You can move on. You can be free.
how long were you married?
Huh?
How long were you married?
2 years.
Oh, okay.
Fresh.
Fresh.
Yeah,
Woo!
2 years ain't that long.
Yeah, 2 years.
That's like 2 months.
Yeah,
But I'm okay.
that's good.
That's right, girl. Bouncing back.
You at peace and you got your mind, you'll be okay.
Man, that peace is priceless. It really is.
Yeah. My peace is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shamar, how about you? Like, what was your experience?
I was married for 10 years and I have 3 children from this marriage. I got married when I was 20 years old, so I was pretty young.
Wow.
And
that's my life. Me and you.
Wait, you're only 20 years old?
No, I got married when I was 20. I was
Oh,
married
you
for
did too?
10 years. I got four kids.
What? Girl,
Mhm.
I'm just saying you look like you could be 20. So I was like, yeah, I could believe it. You say you was 20, something like that. But girl, that is amazing. So yeah, at least I'm not the only one that goes through it. You know what I'm saying? We go through this as women, but in Cardi B with this her stepping out and still being married, messing with Stefan Diggs. I think that's some messy stuff.
Yeah.
But this
He was
is
doing it
also
first,
Cardi.
though.
He was doing it first.
But
Wait,
what? Woman, and she
what-
accepted it and sat back and still tried to ride with him, and he kept on publicly humiliating her. So she got on the same level as him.
Yeah, but she started going like a little bit social media crazy. Like, yeah, Offset was like actually doing the cheating and like causing problems within his marriage, but she was actually like going public with trying to create this narrative, like, that she wasn't unhappy, that she's unhappy, therefore she could justify what she's doing. Like, both people are wrong to me.
But you
know what I'm saying?
have to understand, women are emotional, and Cardi, she probably didn't have nobody to talk to. And some people, they express themselves through social media. Some people do that.
Some people do, but it is dangerous, and especially given their status and who they are. I think that it just adds to it. It makes it more difficult.
When you married, or if you in a relationship or y'all separated, I just feel like it shouldn't hit social media. Whatever y'all dealt with, y'all deal with it in private. Keep it private. If you move on, you move on.
Yeah.
When you're ready to let your next relationship out, then you do that. But I just feel like social media, it just played out to go expose your husband, your wife. That's childish.
Right.
And the way she crashed out. She really did.
She totally crashed the front.
Crashed out. That's all it was.
A man will make you do that, though. A man will.
It's so emotional because it's your livelihood. And she broke down the cost of what it takes to raise their kids and all the stuff. And she was frustrated about him not being involved in that. And it's your whole life seemingly falling apart. Yeah. But after a while, it probably takes maybe like 2 years where you realize you can rebuild and do it over again. But in that moment, it feels like your life is being pulled apart, and she just, and her being who she is, she just kind of exploded online in front of everybody.
She feel like by her being famous, she have to give the world that. She have to give them that what they look for.
Oh,
that's how the industry works. That's how they feel, that they have to put everything out there. That's why who it was, Remy Ma and Papoose, they have to. So it's
do you think? Sorry to cut you off, but do you think he's wrong then for asking for what he's asking for?
The spousal support,
and all of that. Do you think he's wrong for that?
Do y'all think he gonna really take it? Cause some we've been during divorce, niggas. I don't know if I can say that, but they will they will say and do anything to hurt you, publicly to take them jabs at you. But will they actually go through it?
I think he's doing that because he don't want to lose his wife. So if
what?
I feel like he's her. He hurt. So I feel like just looking at it as a man, he wanna. If I can't have you now, I'm gonna go in your pockets.
Mm-hmm.
You think he still want her?
Yes.
I mean, to do something like that. I mean, he has his own career, and like,
that's the only how he can get to her is her. He probably know how much
money
money means to her because he know her. So he like, I'm gonna hit you where it hurt.
Yeah, that's emotion.
What are you doing?
That's so toxic. He's toxic as fuck.
Yeah.
That's what being married for a long time. I don't know how long they was married, but people start to they know the negative things that get to you and what gets under your skin, and they can use that shit as a weapon against you.
And they have their kids are relatively young, and so her moving on publicly like that probably is like a punch in the gut. Like,
I mean, she was pregnant, like getting dicked down by Stephon Diggs, and he was out here sleeping with other rappers and stuff like that. Like,
See, I didn't know that. See, now that's just
is it trifling? I mean, it's Cardi B, so it's like, but still, it's
that's
woman to woman. Yeah.
If I'm pregnant with a man's child, if we not together, I will go my whole pregnancy with no sex if I have to.
Thank you.
And I did that before. I went my whole pregnancy no sex.
oh,
That's just a respect thing. I'm not no. That's just like letting another man in your house where you and your man lay at. That's just respect.
yeah, she wished death on him. They're both like highly, highly emotional. I hope they have like some sort of support system because it can get real ugly. Yeah.
Well,
so
Cardi can always come over to me.
Speaking of babies, Vanessa Bryant, there was a rumor going around that she was pregnant. She said she's not. She just told everybody relax. She's living her best life. So the court of public opinion is like, when is it okay for her to move on? What y'all think?
Like you said, 2 years is enough for somebody to try to figure out if they're ready to move on or not. But I don't put a time limit on it. Period. You can't nobody tell you when to grieve or when to move on or how to deal with your healing or what your next steps is. It's up to you. But 5 years, Kobe's been there for about 5 years, right? I think this is more than enough time to try to like rebuild and start all over. If she was pregnant and she know what she was doing, especially to let it out to the world if she really was, but I don't think she was in the wrong.
Right.
And if she was pregnant,
so what? So what?
It's like what can he do?
No,
not saying it like that. I'm not saying it like that, but it's like, okay, that's life. Life happens. He did. She took her time to grieve. She got needs.
Yeah.
She want to have fun. I mean, it ain't no. I don't think it's a time limit on when you should move on when somebody passed. I've never been through it, so I can't say. But I don't. I really feel like it's not. It should be a time limit.
Yeah, I think that's different from divorce too. Like somebody passing away, and you do want to consider the kids, and whoever she's with has to live in the shadow of Kobe Bryant. Like that's tough for her to, probably sift through. So hopefully she does find somebody and live her best life all summer long, as she said, which she handled gracefully. And Cardi B could use some of that grace.
Y'all just seen that comment, right? She can't move on till death do us part.
I can't with you, Sugar. I can't with you.
Listen, Sugar said at the top of the hour that she gonna keep it real. She gonna tell it like it is.
She preaching, girl. Preach on. She is not lying. That contract is null and void.
Oh, so it's been going around that she is seeing the Lakers GM. I mean,
good for her. Good for her.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. Don't be laid up with no broke nigga who can't do nothing for you. Like she said, he gonna be living in the shadow of Kobe. Like,
Yeah.
girl, slam dunk that shit.
Hallelujah.
All right. So, speaking of passing away, sadly, Brian McKnight's son recently passed away, and it brought to light, as you know, death sometimes does in families, you know, the dysfunction that was happening with him and his kids. He legit just decided to have nothing to do with his children. And then his brother, you know, kind of brought to light what was going on between the family and him not being around. And then Brian McKnight expressed that he was involved and he did offer care for his son during his, you know, final days. But I think leading up to that, there was so much hurt yet again being, you know, expressed on social media. But it is truly sad. It's sad. Like he has to be okay with, you know, the relationship he or lack thereof he had with his son who's no longer here. So
what did he die from?
Cancer. I'm not sure what kind.
Oh, so that's 2 people we had died from cancer then, huh? Dang, cancer out here taking people out.
Yeah. So can you erase your kids? Can you just like
men do it all the time?
Wait, what?
Men do it every day.
Well, men can be alive and still won't. I mean, that's just.
But Brian McKnight, he's just a sad case. He like disowned all his kids from the first marriage and remarried, and now is claiming these kids. Even named one of his new kids after I think a previous child, and just he tried to erase his kids, and they used to speak out upon it. So when they say that the son came to him for help, I don't believe that. I don't believe that Brian really tried to help that boy. Sad to say, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to make himself look good for the public, but everybody already has their image, and you wouldn't found out that you disowned your kids.
Yeah. A mother could never
No, she won't.
No. And that's it is really sad, and I wonder what the impact of that is. I wonder even his new kids, his new family, does he talk about his other kids? Do they not exist to him? Like how does he
those are the only kids
I never knew he had kids.
I know he speaks upon his new kids with his new life. He's around in their life, but I don't know what actually transpired for him to have so much hatred for the older ones. I don't really know.
He said that he felt that they were entitled, and who knows what that could mean.
Okay. But he the type of man that only love the kids when they with the woman.
Damn.
You have men like that. If I can't deal with you, I don't want to deal with them kids. And he probably that type of man. Because if you loving on the kids that you have with your new wife and not the kids you had previously, something don't sound right. And how can you talking about they feel entitled? Them are your seeds.
He called them bad seeds. He did say that. He called his kids bad
and the
seeds.
bad seed come from the father. You have to be corrupt to install that in your child. So it comes from you. So you look in the mirror and evaluate yourself and see what happened with you that your kids acting like that. Because it starts at home. You have to groom your child into what you want them to be and how you want them to be.
That's
regardless, their respect's still going to be there if you taught your son how to be respectful. So you want theirs, their bad seeds, because they following behind the father.
Woo, girl. Good night.
Snap fingers.
Pass the sugar. Woo.
No, I'm tired of hearing that.
Yeah. Okay.
But for real, that's just what it is.
Is it because his first wife is black and his other wife, his new wife, is like Asian? Is that what it is? Maybe.
I saw somewhere where he said that his relationship with his first wife was a mistake.
Damn.
Oh, so he called the kids mistakes. There we go. It's right there.
Yeah. That's not fair.
But that hurt him. He's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. Now, if he that cold-hearted, then it might not bother him, but he's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Yeah. And he might be okay. He might just put all of that into the younger kids and, they'll think that he's the greatest dad ever and that will give him enough to feel like, you know, he said that those that's his legacy. He ain't worried about the other ones. I don't know how you could just
Once he divorced the other lady, then they gonna see.
He loved her though. He loved that woman.
We loved our husbands too, right?
mm,
Look, I'm just saying.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, grief is something else. It is really difficult to navigate all those feelings, and I think he has another son and another daughter that's still living. So they have to process all of this. All right, the next topic is Halle Berry. Her and her longtime love, Van, I forget his last name. They've been together for 5 years. And she said this was like the longest relationship she's been in. And he apparently proposed to her, and the proposal's just still hanging out there. She didn't claim it. She didn't say yes. So, does marriage define, love? Because they're saying that it does not. Van Hunt, he's a singer-songwriter. And they were just recently on an interview together, and he's supporting her. He seems very loving, but they just, I don't think, it doesn't sound like they're just like, marriage is off the table. No, never. I'm not doing it again. But she's been married 3 times and he's been married once. So she's like, proceeding with caution. What do y'all think? Especially the one, those of us who have been married before. You gonna do it again?
Absolutely. I'll get married 11 times. I don't care. Like Elizabeth Taylor, give me the rings. I need all the rings.
Yeah.
But with Halle Berry, it's a little bit I think she just not wanting to marry him because she wants to leave her options available. If another dude can come in and replace him, then he will be replaced. But for that man to want to marry her, he wants to lock it down. He doesn't want to waste no more time. He wants to make, that his. So
my initial thought was like, a no to a proposal is a breakup because y'all don't want the same things. But also he probably is gonna hang in there.
If I'm a man and I propose to you and you haven't told me yes, and we express how much we love each other, it's a breakup. I mean, you're not the one for me because you have to sit and think if you want to marry me or not.
But does marriage define the happiness of your relationship?
No, it don't. It don't. But if we love each other, why not lock it in? Why do you want to stay on the table for somebody else? Because once you married, that means I'm off the market. That ring symbolizes I'm someone's wife.
Yep.
I'm not open. I'm not available. If I'm dating you, so now we dating, so I can date whoever I want to date. That's law, Bible law. You're dating. If you're not married, you date.
Right.
That's what she.
So
does. That's what she doing.
So it's free game all up until you say I do.
Yes. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It is, because if we together, just because we stay together, we splitting the bills, we doing this, we are dating until we are married.
But there has to be a cutoff to a point where you're focused on
one person
and you're in that. It's, to me, I think there's stages. There's the dating, well, first you start with talking, then there's dating, then there's exclusivity, and then there's the engagement and then marriage. But dating up until marriage implies that you can do whatever you want to do until you walk down the aisle. And
no, that's the point of being committed, though. Y'all not having open relationships. Y'all still monogamous upon each other. So it shouldn't be like no stepping out. It ain't no stepping out. The marriage is just to solidify that y'all two are together. But if y'all still got that connection without a piece of paper, then y'all still locked in for life.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah,
If you growing up,
biblically, it's probably
we're
good, but without all of
we're
that,
dating.
you can still be locked and loaded and have a ride or die without being
Yeah,
married.
I can be with you and only you, but don't get it twisted.
And she already experienced it. Halle Berry already experienced it 3 times before, though. So who wants to keep going over the same cycle over and over and over and over, hoping, wishing upon a star?
Well,
If
why
it's
be
happy, just keep it where it's at.
why be committed? You can just keep your options open. Why be committed? If your goal is not marriage, you should have put that on the table in the beginning. Do you thinking about getting married? Do you want to be married again? Them questions should have been asked before they got exclusive. Because if I'm dating somebody and I ask you, do you want to get married? I see myself getting married again. If you don't want to get married, you're not the man for me. So I'm gonna keep my options open. That's all I'm saying. She know if she knew when she met this man, she didn't want to get married again. That's all I'm saying. Have
I
that.
don't know. I think she would get married again. I just think she don't want to marry him right now.
But I think
Open to marriage.
she did say that he was the one that she should have married.
Yeah, we all say that though.
You said she didn't mean that. She's just saying it.
Nah, she was just saying that shit. She was horny in the heat of the moment.
Oh,
But I mean, I've been married before, but my options, I'm not closed off to marriage. One man don't define the rest of my life. So I'm not closed off to marriage. I'm open to it again.
so do you think maybe it's about the money? She don't want to be like Cardi B and have to pay child. I mean, no, I keep saying child support. That's my situation.
Damn.
Spousal support. You think that she just doesn't want to? You think it's about money?
I don't think it's about that because a prenup is always an option.
Right. I guess.
It seems like there's loopholes. Like
Yeah,
around that.
it's an option for if you think about the money. If you love me that much, let's get married, sign a prenup.
But don't he get his own money too?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it would be an asset to come together and build. You know, they could be building an empire right now. I don't know.
And it sounds like they are working together in terms of supporting one another. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, our next topic will be Shamara's corner. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Before we get to that, we are going to take a moment and talk about Amanda Lewis that just passed away from breast cancer.
Yeah.
It's a really sad story because she talked about her regret for the way that she handled. She didn't get her regular mammograms, and she decided not to go with conventional medicine. So, ladies, have you started getting your mammograms? Have you started doing that?
I haven't. Last time I went, I was 26.
Yeah.
But I need to go now. That was just confirmation, so I need to go.
Mm-hmm. It is. Yeah.
I go on a regular. My grandma passed away from breast cancer, so I make sure that I thought you have to be a certain age before they even check, but I do check for myself. But it's vital for me because my grandmother did pass away from breast cancer.
I think it is an age. I believe it's 40, but if you have a family history that that goes up. I know my family. I had an aunt that passed away from it, and she regretted not doing something, as soon as she could, and she told all of us to go get the BRCA testing, which is the genetic testing. And 2 of my cousins and one of my aunt had the gene for it, and they got double mastectomies so that they wouldn't get it. So it's really important because it can be, treated when it's caught. So
because when I was 26, I had lumps around my breast.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made me go to the doctor because I was concerned about my lumps. But it came back clear, so I was okay. I haven't been back.
Well, we got let's get checked out.
Definitely.
And
Isn't Black women like the #1 leaders in dying from breast cancer? I'm pretty sure we are.
Yeah.
Which is sad. When I heard her story, I actually cried because I did hear that she said she thought she could just fight it on her own. and she didn't realize that it was going to spread through her body like so quickly, like within like a year. And that's so sad. She's so beautiful,
Yeah.
so talented, you know. That's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
She had a very great outlook on life, and it sounded like she accepted that, l- her life was coming to an end. So very sad. Rest in paradise.
Paradise.
Rest in paradise.
And on that note, I hate it here. Well, with Tamara.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
be right back.
My ladies, they gonna leave me for a little quick bit. Bye, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Okay. I hate it here. Have you guys checked out the news lately? I'm not gonna get all political and everything, but this migrant immigrant crisis is off the chain. They have started rioting, looting, they have broke out the gas, y'all. It's going on in Los Angeles, Southern California, and even in Chicago. So just keep up with this stuff, you guys. I don't know the turn of events too much into it. And like I said, I'm not going to get political, so I'm not going to speak too much on my view about it. But if you guys have any comments about how you feel about this, make sure that you guys definitely put them in the comment section so we can get a little conversation started and get a little consensus. Because when I was watching the news, it was a lot of pushback from the immigrant community who really wanted Black people to support them in this cause of them fighting for their freedom and their right to stay in this country. Me being a Black person myself, I just found that very fascinating and interesting at the same time, because Black people in America have their own unique set of struggles that we've been dealing with for hundreds of years on a civil rights front. But hopefully everybody can get justice on all sides of the fence, even though I doubt it. But just hopefully. And that's why I freaking hate it here. But not really, but kind of.
Well, we're back. There, there is a lot going on with all of this. Some of it is really sad. Like, imagine, a kid coming home to one of their parents being gone. No matter, what your political views are, that's just a sad situation. So, yeah. Welcome back, ladies. Where's Sugar at?
It's got me. Oh, I'm right here. I'm right here.
All right. We are going to get into a few of our main topics. Kind of spinning off a little bit of what's going on in the world, too. Is first, I want to ask you, since it's ladies' night, can women have it all? Can we really have it all? Jasmine, what do you think?
I feel like it depends on what your definition of all is. Is it materialistic? Is it health and wealth? Is it family? Is whatever you think your all is. And especially, I feel like you can give yourself all that you want and desire, but if you're seeking it from somebody else, you're going to be let down.
Yeah.
But you can have anything you want, yeah.
And if you're watching, you want to chime in, the phone number is scrolling at the bottom. So let me hear your thoughts. Like, call in. Shamar, what do you think? Do you think women can have it all?
I think yes, the women can have it all, but women who do have it all, they pay a price for it. You can't have all of nothing without sacrifice. So women who we would view having it all, they're always missing something that they really wish they could have or could have done that we take for granted, by being able to do these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can have it all, but not at the same time. Like you said, there's sacrifices to be made. I think about I had a work trip, and I missed my kid's first day of school this year. So it was like, it's excelling in one area and missing out on another,
Yeah.
or just things like that. You can have it all, but not at the same time.
Mhm.
That's a brilliant way of putting it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really good way.
Yeah.
Sugar, what you think?
Exactly what you said. The sacrifices,
Hmm.
but we can have whatever we put our mind to.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what would having it all, or in what season do you think that you're in right now where that's your focus? Like, this is where I am, and I had to put this on the back burner so that I can achieve this.
I can say things that people don't talk about is peace. I
Hmm.
never knew what peace looked like until now. So it had to come to a point where I had to let people that was close to my heart go to keep my peace. And now I'm to the point where, like, if you come into my life and I feel like you interrupting my peace, you got to go. Cause your peace, that's priceless. You can't buy that. And a lot of people don't have that. If you got your mind, your mental, and your peace, you got everything. I don't care what's going on. As long as I got my peace, I got enough to start over again. That's just
What
me.
what does peace look like to you?
Where you can get up every day and not have no worries, regardless of if you can meet this need or not. Your mind is open, you feel free, you happy, and you don't need people to validate your happiness. You can do things on your own. You can go out by yourself. You can go eat by yourself. You're okay with being alone and still enjoying life and not letting negativity define you as a person or making you feel some type of way. You got that power. Peace is power.
Yep.
Mhm. Okay. Where are you at, Jasmine? What season are you in? What's your focus right now? What do you feel like you may have had to give up to get that?
Certain friendships. Certain friendships, I had to remove myself around just because of the atmosphere and the temptations and the level of where I'm trying to go and where they're at. Is like I'm still getting tempted and I'm falling short of my goals, which was like school and moving and just little things I had going on. It was disrupting my life, and I was going to focus, so I had to let go and remove myself. And I'm okay with letting go for the better of myself. It hurt at first, but the bigger picture is me, so I got to focus on me.
Yeah.
Like Nika said, when you come to a place of peace in your life, you can go out and hang out and don't have no worries and who's saying this and doing that. It feels good to wake up every day. Knowing
Yeah. Yeah.
that's where
That's
I'm.
very true. Yeah, Shamara, what about you? Where are you at, and how do you see yourself on the spectrum of having it all? What's your all right now?
Um, I definitely am one of those people. Like I said, I do believe in sacrifice. I feel like I have lost a whole lot. I lost my sister and mother
Same.
to lupus, and it kind of has motivated me to propel in a direction that I never really thought that I would be at. Striving for just success, striving for new things, such as, talking with you ladies, starting a podcast and a nonprofit catered to healing, grief healing, and psychological healing. Always, if I can help somebody else get through what I went through, that's what the goal is. And I'm a mother. Also, I got, 3 kids. I'm a single mother that I wear proudly because it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work. And nobody really wants to talk about the hard work. People want to make it seem like it's glamorous and all that, but it's not. I work hard every single day. I kill my body delivering that goddamn mail by hand. I'm a mail lady. And I'm a mail lady right now. And soon I'm going to be getting into real estate. And what I got to say is never stop evolving.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Be like a Power Ranger and just mighty morph into some shit. Just, pull out your badge and mighty morph into some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you're constantly reinventing yourself at different stages of your life. And it does take a lot of hard work to be able to do that. And yeah, I think I'm definitely in that season along with you of giving back and establishing some of the dreams and passions that I have had. And that there are some sacrifices to that.
Oh yeah.
Simultaneously building my career, my day job, and starting my nonprofit and finishing a book that is coming out July 19th. Um, so it is a lot. And so like I mentioned, some of the things I haven't been able to show up. I missed some my son's boxing match or something like that, and things like that, because trying to juggle it all and being the head of the household in my home and everything like that. It's hard. It is hard, but I love it. Um, like Sugar said, I have peace even on the most difficult days. It's where I want to be. So yes. All right. Next topic. Um, you all talked a lot about giving up friendships to maintain where you are right now. So, would you consider that you had a fallout with your friends, or you just decided, you know what, this no longer serves me, and do you have a conversation? Do you say like this isn't working out? Do you break up with your friends? Like how does that work?
Me, I shut down. I
Yeah.
will cut you off and you won't even know. Like
Okay.
that's what I do. I shut down. I won't answer no phone calls, no texts. No, I will shut down until I feel like I'm ready to talk to you. Because if I talk to you when I'm feeling the way I feel, you're gonna hate me. So I'd rather pull back, shut down, get my mental together, get my mind right, and what I want to say to you, and have a real adult conversation than just I'm finna cut you out because now I'm mad, I'm heated. I don't want to do that. I shut down. I don't care who you is. I'm shutting down on you, family, friend. I'm gonna shut down.
So, do you come back around when you're like calm and process things, or you just shut down and shut out?
I shut down and shut out.
Okay.
If you did something to me, I shut down and shut out. You have to reach out to me. I'm not reaching out. So if you don't reach out, then that friendship is completely over. That family completely over. That's just me. I just shut down.
Savage. She's a savage.
No, I shut down.
Okay. And Jasmine, what about you? You mentioned having to,
I kind of
separate yourself.
I kind of cold turkey him. I kind of leave without saying anything because to know me is to know who I am and how I am. I don't require a lot. I don't ask for a lot. And so if you keep pushing my button or keep doing something I don't like, then I feel like you testing me, you trying me, or you just don't care. So again, I'm about to remove myself for the sake of my peace. I really don't like confrontation, so I feel like the best thing for me to do is just remove myself from the situation. Now, will I double back after some time? Yeah, once I calm down and get my mind together and feel like it's a place of opening up, you know what I'm saying? I can rekindle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like part of me is like it depends. There's levels to certain friendships, where you're gonna have that conversation. You're gonna sit down and be like, you know what? Like I recently had a conversation with my cousin, and I was explaining to her how we handled a certain conflict, and I was like, I didn't really like how you handled that. And she was like, well, not everybody is going to handle things the way you do. And I was like, I get it. But if you had a conversation with me and we had had talked through it, then, we could have had a better result. And it's like, I'm not telling you how to respond to conflict, but I'm just letting you know what works for me. And then it's up to you to decide how you want to do that with me. But generally speaking, there's a level where it's like, no, we're not falling out. We're gonna have a conversation. But there are times when people, you know, you, you realize that you do have to let them be. and it's not, the friendship has come to a point where you're in different spaces, and being able to accept that it can be painful, because I feel like, especially for women, our friendships are so deeply connected. So it's almost, I would say it's more important than a romantic partner, because folks has been divorced. They're like, but my best friend is here. So friendships are really important. Have any of you did business with friends, like working with friends?
No.
No. Would you? Would you do business, Shamara? Would you do business with a
Yeah,
friend?
I do business with friends. I work with friends. I feel like a true friendship, y'all should be able to do that. If y'all can't get together and build some shit together, what are y'all friends for? What are y'all doing? Real friendship is built off of something. So you can't be my friend thinking you finna use me for everything and I gotta do everything and I gotta explain everything, because that's not an equal friendship. So I do business with friends. I do business with family. But it takes a strong individual. You have to have a higher level of emotional intelligence doing business with them folks, because them folks will have you come out of your character and they will bring you back to who they met you as before, and you try and be better than that.
So certain friends serve certain purpose in your life.
Absolutely. You do have,
because you got friends or even family members that can't have a conversation.
Yep.
You talk ghetto all day, so I can't bring you to a business meeting. That's just what it is. You serve a certain purpose in my life. Now I can take you out to the club or whatever, but when it comes down to business, I can't take you there because you don't know how to have a conversation. You can't, as they say, talk white, but it's not white, as they say. But you got to know how to have a conversation, or adult conversation. But I'm not a friendly person. It's rare that I have friends. I haven't had friends since 2012. For me to let somebody in my life, like, you have to be special. I don't deal with outside people.
You haven't had friends, or you haven't had new friends?
I haven't had friends. The friends I had in 2012, I cut them off. Last year was the year that I opened up and allowed outside people into my life.
Damn.
Yeah. So
last
year, for me to let people in my life, that's big. And if you do something to me, I'm gonna cut you off and I'm gonna shut down, because I don't even give these people, I don't give outside people that type of access to me. And if I give you access to me, like, you better feel privileged.
Yeah.
Because I don't normally do this. That's just me.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of like, in a sense, if you're close to me, like, I'm a love heart, and you're gonna be in. So I'm cautious about how, who is that close to me, because it does become hard and it's painful to cut that off, because when you're tight with somebody, it is difficult. But yeah, I like what you said, Shamara, too. Like, if if you're close with somebody, you should be able to work with them that sometimes, but you want to be around people that, add to your life, add value, and that help you elevate and motivate you and things like that. So yeah. Next, we are talking about relationships.
I just wanted to know if I could just jump in and talk about the friends. I feel, and pardon me if I'm interrupting, ladies, that you can't take everybody with you now, girl. You know that.
Hi, Laquita. How you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Laquita.
Wow.
Now the topic was just so spicy. I just had to for a second, and I just feel like this is some people that I don't trust you, blood or friends or whatever. So you have to really choose who you're gonna bring on there. Ain't that right, honey girl? Sugar, you know what I'm talking about.
Just
I just just want to let you know I'm really enjoying y'all podcast, and I just, you know what? Let me sit back and listen. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Please.
Thank you, LaQuinta. Little 2 cents. That's very true. You cannot take everybody with you. That's very true. But how do you make that choice? Like, how do you know when that person is someone
You
that you think?
know,
You know.
mentally, emotionally, just the energy, like you can feel it. Just where you trying to go, the conversations, the same repetitive activities y'all do, like you can feel in your heart when
It's time to let somebody go. Or you can fast and pray and ask God to reveal and remove. He do that for me all the time.
Definitely. I just take it to God because I don't know what this person is here for.
Well,
Somebody in the chat said that friendship is a season. I heard something a long time ago is friendships come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Or a lifetime.
Yeah, you think about you've had people come into your life for a reason, and it might not be apparent at that moment while they're, in your life, but maybe once you move on, it's just like, oh, okay, this person was in my life for this reason or another. You might experience something where they're there to guide you or give you advice or something like that. So a season, some friendships are seasonal. Some you're in different, like when my kids were little, I had mom friends who, have also had little kids. In my single season, I hung out more with single people. So the seasons, not to say that you throw them other friends away, but you kind of give more time to, certain friends during certain seasons of your life. You need different things at different times of your life. So yeah. So another form of relationships are toxic relationships. And at the top of the show, we started talking about the Diddy stuff. So there's a lot of stuff about abuse. And what I wonder is, he didn't come out the gate just knocking people upside the head. It's just like it started off with disrespect or, manipulation or all of those things. Like how, at what point do you realize like your relationship is toxic? And I feel like there's levels to toxic because we throw the term around a lot, and some culture even celebrates the enticement of toxic relationships, but there are levels. There's abuse. Abuse is toxic, but then there's different forms of unhealthy relationships. So what do y'all think about that? Like,
I'm gonna need real life stories here. I'm gonna need real eyewitness accounts.
Real life stories.
Yeah, I need the tea. I guess I'll go first. Toxic traits. A toxic trait that I notice people be doing is having like open relationships and then getting mad when people be messing with other people or they be cheating on each other. Like, why don't y'all just have an open relationship? People having kids. This is going to be controversial. Women in particular, since this is a lady show, ladies having kids with guys who have multiple baby mamas. You asking for toxicity.
not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
come on.
See, I never dealt with a male that had kids. Never did. But
what?
I don't. I'm okay with men not dealing with women that have kids. I'm okay with that. But I believe it's the person that the men choose to have kids with. Because my kid's father, you can do whatever you want to do. Just take care of his kids and come get them. So it's really the person that they had kids with. When people can't let the father go, then that's when they become toxic. Because now you want to make this person life miserable because they're in another relationship. No, let them be happy. As long as he's still doing what he needs to do, or she's still doing what she needs to do for the kids, that's all that matters. It depends on who you choose to have kids with. Because I'm the sweetest baby mama.
I ain't never heard nobody say that.
Do not care. Like, I will real life talk to the girlfriend before I talk to the father. Because if that's gonna have us, like, we can have a good, decent conversation, then we can do that.
Yeah.
I don't have many years, but it's really the person you have kids by. Now that one, that's the only thing I want to go against right there.
Yeah. I mean, multiple children. Well, you look at Cam Newton. Like he's got, different kids, different baby mamas, and Jasmine was like, I want to be number 3. They see that.
Jasmine, don't do it. He already got 3 baby mamas. What's gonna
I want to
make
be
you
a part of
different?
the football team.
But look at Nick Cannon. You don't hear no drama with his kids, his baby moms. You do. He have a lot of kids with different women. It depends.
He got money though
do
too. He got enough money to bring all his kids to the cookout. He got that kind of money.
But
his whole family to the cookout, and everybody can get a plate to take home.
It's not
That's
toxic.
Cam Newton money.
It's not toxic.
But these niggas out here with Keisha and Hallie and Jessica, and you know that they trash. We know that these is trash women. You know what I'm saying? But yet he laying it down, so we just gonna go ahead and lay up with him, and we just gonna let him just throw the truffle butter inside of us. Now we finna have his baby too. Come on now. That's toxic. That's a toxic trait that we do.
So you saying if you got money, it's not toxic.
He can take care of all of us. Cam Newton, if we all wanted to be his baby mama right now, he could take care of all of us, y'all. And I guess what? I ain't gonna fight none of y'all.
Man,
Okay.
I ain't got no money, and I'm not fighting none of them. The ones over there, I don't care. As long as you get the kids, I'm okay.
So we all can be a baby mama to one person.
I'm straight.
Breaking up and making up and going through cell phones and not coming home and then coming home at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and like
Girl,
those are definitely toxic.
That's disrespect.
My whole marriage. You just
but
said
then
my
you
whole
get
marriage.
back with them, or you get back with her because she could be doing it, and then y'all be good for like 4 months, and then they do it again, and then y'all back together and do it again. That's a toxic relationship. Carrying on a cycle that y'all know y'all should have been let go.
Yeah,
that's very toxic.
Yeah,
I don't go through phones. I don't do that. I don't stay out
till
6
do that
o'clock.
shit.
I don't do that.
No,
do not do that shit.
Though that's just toxic, and arguing over little small things is toxic. Like, why you leave your shoes right here? Now we becoming toxic because
that's nagging.
Small things. Yeah, the woman start nagging, and the man get frustrated. So that's when the toxicity come in, because it's like now we arguing over small things.
So you're saying toxic is just like unhealthy argument, don't know how to talk to each other, kind of stuff.
Yeah. And verbal abuse. That's worse than physical.
Oh man,
that's toxic.
But I'll tell you what, women, when I be out here trying to help people out, and these ladies be like, "My man, he don't want to talk to me now. We were supposed to go out now. We ain't finna go out together." Da 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 da. I'm like, well, what did you say to him? Sis, what you say to him? Then she done said some raggedy, ruthless ass shit to him, and I'd be like, yeah. And you know what? I'm one of those women too. I would say some raggedy, ruthless, mean ass shit to somebody, and I'd be like, damn.
So you toxic one?
You toxic, yeah.
You toxic, Shamara?
No, sometimes I just got a little anger issues. You know what I'm saying? Is anger issues toxic? I'm working on that.
You got people that push your buttons.
Wait, what you say?
In here, any ladies toxic right now.
So listen, this is what I believe. That we have high functioning, low functioning moments. I've done a lot of work, but there are times when I might not be functioning at my highest level, I'm not the cussing out and acting crazy. I'm not that type, but there are some things where I probably could not be so petty or something like that. But yeah, I think that there are moments, and we all, if we're striving towards identifying those things and working on them, you know,
Definitely working on them, acknowledging them, admitting them, working on them, working on your shadow. You know what I'm saying? Got to do that shadow work.
I don't think that's toxic. I think you just being a woman.
There you, thank you. That's why I said I got anger issues. I know I be spazzing it. I crash out at work every week.
what is
delivering
that? What does
damn
your
mail.
crash out look like?
I be like, so you want me to stay out here delivering the mail at what time? It's getting dark out there. I got 3 kids. I got to get ready to go home. Okay, you know what? I'm going to deliver this last relay. I'm going to walk it, but I'm not coming to work tomorrow. Then I show up to work the next day after I said I wasn't going to come, and I'll be mad the whole day.
Oh,
Bullshit.
That ain't.
girl, you crazy. That ain't toxic.
I'm just crazy. Yeah, we winning out here.
You ain't
I thought
toxic.
that was toxic, y'all. Thank you. I'm like,
I
yeah,
used to be toxic. I used to be toxic. Now I just look and be like, okay,
Delivered.
I've been.
She used to be toxic. Wait a
I
minute.
used to be, I'm not gonna sit here and say I have. I used to be toxic real bad, but now I'm not gonna argue with you. Okay, that's what it is. That's what you say. You got it. Conversation over.
Okay.
The other me, oh, we finna argue all night. What we talk about? We finna argue.
I love to argue.
I don't like that. I don't like arguing no more.
I don't like arguing either.
I want to get physical, so I just sit back.
And that's the another type of level of the toxicity where it can get physical. And you were saying like a verbal abuse, some of the psychological abuse that you don't even realize.
Yes.
Like somebody's trying to make you feel crazy.
Yes.
Or just doing other things to make you question your own self-esteem and self-worth.
Yeah.
And
yes.
Yeah.
But we've been delivered. We're gonna keep pushing this ladies' night. We got this.
Yes.
Remain toxic until you can get delivered and healed.
Stay toxic then.
No, stay crazy. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I'm crazy. I'll stay crazy. I told y'all from the jump I was the crazy one. Because I'd be like, they'd be like, I can't believe you said that, Shamara. Fuck this. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I should be cussing, but like.
What? You've been saying that the whole show.
I can't
At
stop.
this point.
But just keep going. Keep going. I just want to say this to the ladies. Keep going. Don't stop. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it.
You can have it all, right? You can have it all.
Have it all. Don't let nobody tell you no different.
Yeah.
Keep going and try to make every day a better day for you. Just make sure that you okay so you can be okay for everybody else. Because if you're not okay, everything gonna crash. But just keep pushing, be encouraged. I don't know y'all like that, but I love y'all. I wish y'all well. I wish y'all the best. Y'all gonna be successful. Just hold on. Everybody just hold on. Everybody's time coming. Just what he say, hold on a little while longer. Your time is coming.
Hold on.
For real. I just wanted to say that, y'all. Keep going. Everybody.
I love that. I appreciate that uplifting message, and that's so true.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody keep going.
And on that note, we're gonna wrap up, ladies. And before we do, I just want you all to know that I have enjoyed this conversation and on the She Snuck in Here podcast with you all. Thank you to the fellas for letting us take over.
Yeah.
And shout outs. Let's do a round robin. Like, let the people know who you are and what you're doing. Shamara, we'll start with you.
I'm Shamara Ali. I do have a podcast, so you guys can go check that out. It's available on YouTube. I do live streams, Facebook, YouTube, and coming soon, Instagram. I have the Story Heel Hood podcast, and then I also have a show that I do with another female friend. It is the Blue Collar Babes, and you guys check that out. We're on YouTube as well. And thank you guys for having me on here. It was a pleasure working with you ladies, and I look forward to working with you guys in the future.
Okay, well, I'm Sugar. My Facebook name is Shanika. I haven't told nobody, but I'm starting my own podcast real soon. It's
Okay.
gonna Sip with Knowledge. So Sip with Knowledge. I've been working on a book. I started like 10 years ago, and I just started back this week. So I got some stuff up my sleeves. It'll be out real soon.
Love to hear it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jasmine, better known as Pretty Young Thing on all social platforms. Young with a U and Thing with an A. Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. Check me out. And I had a pleasure working with all you ladies tonight. This was good. I'm glad I snuck in here tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh, it ain't nothing like ladies' night.
For real.
Like ladies' night.
And my name is Xavier, and I have had a pleasure guest hosting. Thank you again for letting me take over. You can find me on Instagram, just 1X. And my foundation is called the Lotus Foundation Incorporated, where we work to empower single mothers. And my book, like I said, is coming out July 19th called Lotus. It is the why behind why I started the foundation. So check it out and get involved if you can. So on that note, we snuck in here and we're going to sneak out.
Yeah, we got
Bye.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.